All right, you want to play a little guessing game of guess who the fourth most important player of the 2024 season is?
So we're going to open it up to the phones as well.
Number 5, not number 4. It's number 5.
Okay. Can we guess first which number we're on? I say we're on number 5.
Yeah, good guess.
So it's number 5.
Yes, number 5. I said 4. I misspoke. It happens.
Okay, so recap.
Again, I am giving you my list of 10 most important Bears players for the 2024 season. Coming in at number 10, as you know, DJ Moore and Jalen Johnson shared the number 10 spot. Tyreek Stevenson was number 9. Rome Odunze was number 8. Tevin Jenkins was number 7. Montez Sweat was number 6. And that gets us to number 5. The fifth most...
fist?
Yeah, one of these, buddy. One of these. The 5th most important Bear person. Just Bear for the upcoming 2024 season, according to me.
Okay.
How you feel
and
meaningless.
So, Tyler, how are we going to do this? We opening the lines right now for
so here's what we're going to do. First 10 callers all get a guess. If your guess is right, you win a pair of tickets to Football Fest.
Okay. Football Fest, make sure, though, that you can go. If you can't go, don't try to win. Because Football Fest is this Sunday. Doors open at 11 at Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. We love those people. They are the ones who are bringing you our training camp coverage. They're also one of our great partners of our coverage of the pregame and everything we do on the Bears Radio Network. And you could still buy tickets at Ticketmaster.com and also the Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana website. So if you don't win, you could still buy these tickets. And I'll help the fans out.
And by the way, it would make no sense at all to participate in this little contest if you have no chance of going. That'd be like going to the grocery store and buying something that you can't eat because you're allergic to it. So don't be a dumbass.
Right, and if you've already have tickets, don't try and win more. Unless you have more people that you can go with.
Is that a little hostile? Don't be a dumbass, was it? I didn't mean it that way. I was just kind of, don't clog the line. Let somebody else who does have the ability to go to Football Fest take your spot.
Just being blunt. It's great.
I think it's a good summary of a lesson in life. Don't be a dumbass.
I agree with you.
Okay, so I believe here with 5 left that we've got to have room for Dexter. Dexter has not made an appearance yet, yes? No? He's not made a list?
I just read you my...
Right, and Dexter was not on that list.
No.
I believe Braxton Jones is coming. He's your left tackle.
And he's going to be on the list.
Caleb Williams.
It's Waddle's world, bro. Funny stuff happens in here. Strange stuff happens.
Caleb Williams is going to make an appearance, obviously.
Yep.
And then this is where I think we get into some grays. Because you like to... I got to look at the roster for some more help, too. One tweeter this weekend tweeted me and said they believe, and I thought this was a great tweet, that you're just going to, because this is your list, not ours, you could do whatever the hell you want.
Thank you.
That the center position is going to be them knowing you, them knowing your rules, that it won't be Bates, it won't be Shelton, it will just be the center position, and you're knowing that rookie quarterback, that position has to be solidified, is going to be on the list. And I agree with him. And I also believe that Shane Waldron, this is also another snafu. Those are who I believe are the 5 ones who are left. Now, do you want Tyler to go to the phones first, or do you want me to make my guess first?
Well, why don't you guess, and we'll go to the phones, and I won't let you know who it is until we've heard from the people on the phone.
I am between the center position. I'm going both with what's going on here? Who's knocking stuff over? This is either between the center position or Gervon Dexter. This is the middle of the football field up front. I am going to go, and I think I guessed wrong last time, but I'm going to lean on it again. I'm going Gervon Dexter because I believe Braxton Jones and Caleb Williams will be higher. I do believe Shane Waldron will also be like number 2. or 3. So I am going with Jervon Dexter.
I'm not telling you yes or no. We got to take calls.
Okay. Is it,
I mean, you designed the game. Don't look at me now.
well, Tyler, how are we doing this now? Do you just want to go
I'll
through
say this: we've only gotten one correct guess.
Oh, you know the.
Yes, I know the guesses.
I texted
Yep.
it to Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Only one?
Only one correct guess.
So should we put that person on
Let's
to
do
reveal,
it.
or do you
Chris,
want
this-
Waddle to reveal?
How do you want to do it, Tyler?
Let's have Chris on line 3 do the big reveal here.
Okay. And Chris on line 3, also tell me why you think that this player or personnel member is, in fact, the 5th most important Bear.
I mean, it's got to be to protect the blind side of our boy Caleb. So it can only be one thing, and that's got to be Braxton Jones.
Braxton Jones is your 5th most
Let's go.
important Bear.
That's why I would have put him, Chris. I would have put him higher, but look, it's Waddle's list, and he does what he wants.
Listen, little old me, I can't be,
He's
This is
also
my
playing
list.
to see if you need a left tackle. Not only does he have to protect the blind side of your quarterback, but if he's ain't it, you got to go find one. And they don't grow on trees, so you're going to have to spend one. You're going to have to trade for one, or you're going to have to trade up to get one next year. So I would have personally had him higher than 5, but it's Waddle's list.
He played 11 games last year, 28 in his career. He's got to prove that he is your answer at left tackle this year. He is going to anchor the left side of that line with a rookie quarterback under center. So, yes, Braxton Jones is the 5th most important Bear on my list. Jeff Miller and I had this conversation a long time ago. A good quarterback can actually help an offensive line if he knows how to maneuver inside the pocket. And the guys that are helped most by these quarterbacks, in my humble opinion, are the guys on the edge, the tackles. So if, in fact, Caleb Williams can have better feel inside the pocket than the previous quarterbacks, that's going to help Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright probably more than it will help the interior of the offensive line.
I agree.
So Braxton Jones, you're number 5 on my list, mister. So either deliver or we're going to have to look elsewhere.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and we both agree that he's super important to this team for not just this year, but for the long term.
Amen.
But the one thing that I'll say buyer beware on the quarterback making the line better reminds me a lot of the good infield defense making your bullpen and pitching better. Like, pitchers still have to do the job, and this line will still have to play well. I don't like to just put it all on the quarterback. The quarterback's going to have his hands full to begin with.
Well, nobody's putting it all on the quarterback.
No,
right?
I know.
Like there were. How many times did you watch Justin Fields walk into sacks?
I agree.
Yes.
I'm just saying I want the line to do what they're supposed to do.
Absolutely. It's the point of this roster that has me most concerned overall, for sure. But that's my 4th most important Bear.
Like
tomorrow. You'll get another player or personnel person or somebody that is a Bear, by the way.
Sliding that in. I wonder if that's just a decoy.
Sliding it in, every now and again.
Yes.
There's a lot of weirdness, man. There's a lot of weirdness. Speaking of that, ex-NFL player arrested after allegedly urinating on a plane passenger.
What?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Former NFL player Gosder Charles was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct after allegedly drunkenly hitting one man and urinating on another passenger during a flight from Boston to Dublin. If I'm not mistaken, Gosder played at Boston College. If I'm
Did
not.
Oh, that
I think
doesn't.
so.
Yeah,
I think so.
This is an epidemic.
Explains a lot.
Yeah,
It doesn't. No, it really doesn't. But you just can't.
Where do I
that.
know him from the NFL?
Play with the Colts, play with the Lions a little bit. He was a former first-round pick. He's 40.
Yeah, maybe it's the Colts.
Former first-round pick of the Detroit Lions. Also played for the Colts and a little bit with the Bucs. He was arrested early Sunday after the Delta Airlines flight returned to Logan International Airport.
It wasn't just urinating on the plane, not in the bathroom. He actually urinated
On another
a person.
passenger. Yeah.
That's a felony.
I'm
Again-
looking right now, too. He may have been on the same offensive line as Ryan Poles at BC.
There's a good chance.
Oh, we
According to the
do we
police
ask him
report,
about this.
no. He appeared drunk when he boarded the plane, allegedly argued with the flight crew about his seat, and an hour into the flight, urinated on an elderly passenger.
Oh, that's terrible.
He then hit another passenger and took that passenger's seat before passing out.
This is 10 years. You get 10 years for
I
this.
don't think you're going to get that.
No,
But-
you
but-
get 10 years.
But you know what
for
he
this.
did? You'll appreciate this. He issued an apology on Instagram today.
I am sorry for the golden shower.
No, he didn't go
What-
there.
what-
He said he took a sleeping medication that I don't normally use, which resulted in behavior that is not representative of my character. Now, look,
blame the Ambien,
okay, listen.
not the drink.
I'm just saying, okay? It's his responsibility, and he is at fault. I have talked to some people, though, that will tell you that if you take certain sleeping
the
aids
Ambien-
like that,
I took the Ambien once.
did you
and-
pee on anyone?
No, but I took
Did
like
you act weird?
I took pictures in bed, yes, and it was weird selfies of my wife and me. And that was the last night I took Ambien. I've told you this story before. This is when we still lived in the city before kids. And I didn't get up and, like the old.
Did you post the pictures on social
No,
media?
the old tale used to be people would get up in the middle of the night and start making eggs sort of while they were still in a sleep. Stuff like that.
I've been told when I was traveling, you would be told by flight attendants would tell you that you would take people would take the red eye from Chicago or LA or LA to Chicago. And when the plane would be landed, they couldn't wake passengers up. They would be shaking
I
them
thought
in
that
their
was
seats.
you.
No, I was not. But I never took anything. Maybe a couple of scotches in the LAX bar, but I never took any sleeping pills. But they would shake these people, and they couldn't get them to wake. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
So how would they wake them up?
I mean, they would have to wait till. I mean, they couldn't wake them up right away. It took 5-10 minutes, and they would have to wait, and they would bring people onto the plane to help them get off. It was. People said it's crazy. Boy, I got some other good stories. I'll save them because we got to take a break. When we come back,
do them next. I want to hear more of the good stuff.
yeah, I got some craziness going on. We'll do that when we come back. Phil Donahue has left us at the age of 88.
Phil Donahue.
Legendary TV talk show has passed away at the age of 88.
He never looked that old either. Maybe he looked old at a young age, and
he always looked old because when I was a very little kid and the show was on, I'm like, this guy looks like he's 100 years old.
Right,
Carmen and I
always
were-
because he had the gray hair.
Yeah.
right, like Sparky Anderson.
Yes,
He was a Sparky, but then
Sparky never lived.
but then Sparky Anderson, he looked like he was 50 then.
If I told you that Phil Donahue was born in 1935, you'd probably look at me and say,
Well,
He's crazy.
when I saw 88, I did not think he was that old, but I guess I don't remember
I'm with
the last
you.
time I saw him.
the gray hair always made you think he was older than he was, but as time went on, you always thought he was younger than he was.
Right. It's weird.
If that makes any sense.
And it fit him well.
88 years of age.
Who was his wife? Very
Marlo
famous.
Thomas.
Yes.
Danny Thomas's daughter, 44 years.
And he used to broadcast his show when he first started here.
I think for 10 years,
Yeah.
they broadcast that.
We were the home.
What's your
for-
favorite part of the Phil Donahue show? He used to run around as people
yeah.
would want to ask questions or be participating. He wouldn't take what from anyone either.
No, he would scold people.
He would scold people, and he would run around and make sure if you had a question that he'd come over and get your question. Then if he didn't like your question, he'd tell you to sit the hell down.
But this is where, you obviously had a lot of the talk show hosts like him. Obviously, Oprah was the most famous, but Jerry was here. Who was the woman who did the show?
Sally Jesse Raphael
Did she do it for me?
with the red glasses.
No, was she here?
Thinking of Jenny Jones.
Jenny Jones is who I'm thinking. NBC Tower, yes. But yes, Sally Jesse Raphael is another one, but I don't know if she did it from here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so we lost a great one at Phil Donahue, my friend.
That was my moment of silence.
Yeah. Couple sues Atlanta hospital for allegedly losing part of patient's skull following brain surgery.
Yeah, that's important, isn't it?
Couple is suing an Atlanta hospital that allegedly lost part of a patient's skull after it was removed during brain surgery because severe bone flaps were lacking identification.
Got to identify.
You realize, and again, I'm no doctor, a few credits shy, but a lot of times when you have brain surgery, the swelling is so bad that they do remove a portion of your skull, and then when the brain swelling goes down, I believe they go back in and they put the piece of skull back in. Am I right?
Yes. That's when I've done
We
the
are
surgery.
co-doctors, right? We should
Yeah.
open up a practice.
Well, I have done the surgery, and that's
No, you haven't.
how I usually practice it.
No, but they lost it. You can't lose. Hey, listen, if I'm going in for brain surgery, it's delicate.
It's bad enough when a mechanic screws up and doesn't put something back where it should be,
Yeah.
or leaves its wrench inside your car. But when we're doing brain surgery,
You can't lose part of my brain.
You can't
or I mean, my
lose
skull.
anything. You can't leave anything out.
Did you see the story about Alex Verdugo, who's allergic to his batting gloves? I think that's what's wrong with most of the White Sox. Wouldn't you think that'd be good?
I think they're allergic to the baseball.
Been dealing with the issue since 2021. By the way, I just got through the latest episode of Receiver where Amon-Ra St. Brown had hand, foot, and mouth.
What do you think
And
of that?
I thought it was unbelievable. He had to play through it.
And he had his hands felt like he had needles in them.
It was incredible.
But he kind of hid it from all of his teammates.
Yeah.
He had hand.
There was
foot,
some hugging and some.
yes, and it was weird.
That was not good. Scrolling through online videos increases feelings of boredom. Do you find that to be true? Because you like to go through video.
Oh yeah.
Scrolling through online videos will increase your feelings of boredom. Do you feel more bored after going through TikTok and Reels?
More bored, or
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm bored, that's what I go to. I go to my phone, my Reels. It's like my crutch. Like when there's a commercial on TV, I go to the Reels. So this is saying
Instead of leaning over and having a conversation with your wife and asking her how her day was, you just go straight to Reels and see if you can find some good stadium fights.
listen, I'm a proponent of putting my phone down when I'm with my wife and engaging in a conversation.
Not unless you've been taking Ambien and then you'll take some pictures of the two of you.
That was a long time ago.
Okay, listen, browsing videos on TikTok or YouTube can be a hit and miss affair with gems lurking in amid mediocre efforts. But researchers have found that switching to another video or skipping forwards and backwards in the same one will actually make people feel more bored. Again, another one of these research studies that people spend too much money on.
I do think this, and this is a serious thought. I do think that they continue to make your attention span less.
Yeah.
And I found this yesterday when I was helping Mason with a draft. He did a fantasy football draft yesterday.
Who was his first pick?
We had the number 3 overall pick, Meller, and we took
Running back, right?
Yes,
Brees Hall or Bijan Robinson?
we took Bijan.
There you
I've
go.
always been partial to Bijan. I think Brees is still, banged up quite a bit, but I don't know. I like both, but whatever. That's what we took. That's what it was about. Was Mason would click on something that we'd want to read, and then he'd click off of it quick. I go, wait a minute, we didn't look like. And he's this iPad generation where they're quick with something.
Can he get to all the stadium fights too? Does he like those like his
And
dad?
I haven't turned them on to
No?
it yet. But their attention is so short that you're clicking on it, but we didn't get what we needed to get. Let's wait. Let's watch. Let things develop. The click in, click out. Click in, click out. I'm like, let's slow this down. Let the game come down.
What does he like to spend his time on? Like you, again, like stadium fights. What is he like when he is scrolling through stuff? Great catches, home runs,
Braxy's on that stuff. Braxy's
wipeouts on
weird,
dirt bikes.
No. Braxy's on the weird baseball stuff where there's a lot of yelling going on. Mason does, I'm not totally positive actually on what he's watching. I know.
Really?
I'm trying to limit the iPad use as much as possible.
What do you mean you're trying? You just walk into his room, take it, and you put it into a
Well, now
cabinet that's
there's
locked.
a rule now: no breakfast iPads.
Boom! No
more
breakfast iPads.
And now when we're going out to dinner, I'm like, look, guys, no more iPads during dinner or before dinner. Once we make it through dinner and we're having a conversation, this is about putting the phones down. Dessert, if you want it, but they're usually engaged by then where they may not want it. I'm talking about when we go out to dinner.
What about at home?
Look, they're going to be bored. It's their TV. We watch TV too, so don't want to be this firm stickler. When we came home from school, didn't we used to put on the television?
We didn't have a TV in the kitchen.
Oh, don't outpour me.
We didn't.
No.
We didn't have a TV in the kitchen.
You had a TV in the family room.
But we ate in the kitchen.
I'm talking about when you came home from school. Would you put on the television?
Nah, I was at practice.
Oh, yeah. I know. You played in the NFL. I know you were poor and you played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Not poor anymore.
No. What was Cap talking about the Richard Dent?
Richard has lived in the neighborhood I moved into for
No, but did he go to
decades.
your house?
Richard drives around in the community in his car.
How did Cap see
Oh,
it?
yeah, Cap had to pick up a Comrex. He was picking up the Comrex from my house.
Because I was wondering, I caught that story, and I'm like, yeah, Waddle's always told that story.
Yeah.
How did Cap see this?
Yeah, he had to come by and
him.
pick up some equipment.
So he saw Richard.
Yeah. All right, that's really all I got for you today. Not as much. I don't, other than the passing of Phil Donahue. That's really the only morbid thing I have for you. That's all. All right.
And he lived a good life. 88's a good
Oh my
life.
God! I'd sign up
I'll
for
take
88
that.
today.
Yeah.
Sign that on the dotted line. Oh, Kevin, really?
Kevin,
Really? You pop in a fifth Zin
You
on the
risk
day?
it?
You're not going to sign up for 88?
It's too many years. What am I going to
Oh,
do?
you want to die
it's
earlier
too
than
many.
that?
Yeah.
What is the perfect dying age for you then?
I don't know. 70.
No, it's not.
Listen.
Wait till you have kids. You don't want to live to only 70.
Why?
Only,
Why?
only 70.
Why would you
Only
only
70,
want to
that's
live to
less than
70?
the average
There's
age.
no quality of life after that.
Well, wait, we're advancing.
My dad's almost 80 and plays pickleball 5 days a
Yeah.
week. You call that not having a
I
quality
never
of life?
told us your dad's playing pickleball.
We can't play golf because he's got his middle finger in his left hand
All right.
is totally decimated by arthritis. And he can't swing a golf club, so it's on his left hand. So he's right-handed. He plays pickleball, kicking ass down in Knoxville, taking names. Bobby Lee, look how Bobby Lee's coming in as a 2.5, leaving as a 3.5.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I think it's your level of play.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's good.
How do you know that? That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, my wife also won a couple of state championships this weekend, or qualified for state championships in tennis. She's by far the most accomplished member
this
of our
is just
family.
like, what an athletic family you guys make up. From you to your dad to your wife to your daughters, athletes.
Yeah.
Can I share a trivia question when we come
I
back?
love trivia.
And then
questions.
Tyler, then we're going to do Aki's A list.
Yes, we will.
All right, good.
By the way, I left
I
some
want to get
stuff.
some more fantasy football tickets away.
I've got. I left a couple of things for you in your list, Tyler. We've talked, so.